As a child, one of my favorite books to look at was Maurice Sendak's masterpiece, Where the Wild Things Are. And while I'm sure I read the book, it was the illustrations that captured my attention and inspired me to become a cartoonist and children's book author illustrator. While it wasn't the first book he wrote, Where the Wild Things Are permanently stamped Sendak as one of the greatest children's book author illustrators of the 20th century. The funny thing is, in its original form, there were no monsters or wild things. There were horses. That's right, when he sold the idea to his editor at Harper & Row, the story was going to be called Where the Wild Horses Are. That's when Sendak, a self-taught artist, discovered he had a problem. He couldn't draw horses. When his editor asked him, "What can you draw?" Sendak answered, "I can draw things." He most certainly could. In fact, Where the Wild Things Are became an immediate bestseller, winning Sendak the 1964 Caldecott Medal for Most Distinguished Picture Book. The monsters in the story, or wild things, are some of the most recognizable and beloved children's book characters of all time, and the book continues to be one of the top sellers of all time, with over 20 million copies sold. At one point, Disney owned the rights to the story. In 1983, John Lasseter, who later ran Pixar, produced an animated short for Disney featuring Max to demonstrate an early type of 3D animation, but nothing more materialized. That said, an opera version of the book was produced, as well as a full-length movie version in 2009, which combined live action, performers and costumes, animatronics, and CGI. Not bad for a children's story that only really happened because the author couldn't draw horses. Like, share, and follow me here and go to my YouTube channel, Level Up Cartooning, for a full lesson on how to draw characters from Where the Wild Things Are.